Hey, and welcome to Teach Me in 10, a video series brought to you by Technology Networks. Here we invite scientists to describe their research area in less than 10 minutes. My name is Rihanna Lilly, and I'm an editorial assistant for Technology Networks. Our guest here today is Alex Freeman. Alex spent 16 years as a science documentary maker before returning back to academia to lead a research team in science communication. It was at this point that she realised the way that researchers had to communicate their work just wasn't working. So she came up with a new idea of how to do it. Today, Alex is going to introduce the new publishing platform Octopus, what it was designed to do, why you would want to use it, and how it works.
I'm going to introduce you to a new free and open publishing platform called Octopus. It's designed to solve a lot of the issues that affect research and researchers. So there are kind of ethical reasons to use it if you want to help change the system away from publish or perish and where spin can win over substance. But there are also practical reasons why you might want to use it. If you want something that supports good research practices like pre-registration and openness, or big team science, or if you have things other outlets might not publish, so-called negative results, replication studies, ideas that you're not going to test yourself, research problems that you need someone else to solve, small data sets. They all have homes on Octopus because they're all important to share and for you to get credit for. Octopus then is rather different from a journal or a preprint server because you don't publish traditional papers or monographs on it. This is part of its design to try to solve some of the problems in the research culture. Traditional articles are designed for the benefit of a certain kind of reader, someone who wants to know what's the take-home message from me and who doesn't want full details of the method and the data and the analyses. As we all know, the academic system favours high-impact publications and measures this impact in ways that equate to popularity. And this is really dangerous because we all know that good research doesn't always make a good story. And in fact, the very information that you need to know to assess whether something is good or not, all those details of the method, actual access to check the data and the analyses, that certainly doesn't make a popular read. So there's currently this mismatch between what's being incentivized by journals, a good read, telling a good story, which has a good take-home message, usually about the findings, and what the research community need to be incentivized, which is full details of exactly what was done, with what result, whatever that result is, and the opinions of other experts on how rigorous and trustworthy that work is. The concept behind Octopus is to split these two roles. So when you've got the sort of thing that you want to get an audience towards an audience in a concise, easy to read narrative, you publish that in a journal. And just like with preprint servers, journals don't mind publishing articles based on work that's already in Octopus. And so Octopus sits alongside that journal system with a different aim and audience and function. It's where you can officially record everything you do, hypotheses and ideas that you come up with. You can link in code or data or protocols that you've published in specialist repositories. Everything you record on Octopus gets a DOI, and it's recorded for posterity, and it's also there for others to assess its intrinsic quality, so how well it's been done, not what its implications are. And it's because of this different focus that Octopus has such a different structure from journal articles. So there are 8 publication types which link together to form branching chains. Each box in this diagram is a publication which can have different authors from any of the ones it's linked to. So we're all collaborating with each other in this research network. If you're familiar with registered reports, Octopus is a bit like taking that concept to its ultimate conclusion. Now, you may have noticed that on this screen there are 7 publication types. The 8th type is a peer review, and they can be published attached to any other kind of publication, and they're treated and valued in the same way as other publications, because reviewing is a research skill just like any other, and by incentivizing it, we can encourage good reviewing. So What about publishing in these different types? Well, if you're used to thinking of writing papers, they generally have different sections, and some of these map really easily onto Octopus publications. There are just a couple where it's a little bit different. So, two things to really watch out for. First of all, at the start, you may need to break up what you're thinking of as an introduction. The problem publication in Octopus should only really set out to describe the research question. That might be really short, or it might involve quite a bit of literature review, depending on the question. You should keep anything that's to do with how the research question might be addressed or has been addressed already by others for a rationale or hypothesis publication that follows and is linked to the problem. So that's at the start. And then the other one that's worth noting is in the middle of the chain there is the distinction between results and analysis. An Octopus results publication should literally be descriptive of the results. You might link out to a data repository. You might just be able to describe your data sources, but it shouldn't have any actual analysis of those sources or that data. The analysis publication is where you are publishing, where you've really applied methods to pull meaning out of those results, where other people might treat that data differently if they applied other techniques. So just to give you an example, this is what these branching publication chains look like in reality. So this is a problem publication of mine, and you can see how short this one is. It can be really quick to write these problem publications. It's just a couple of paragraphs, 3 references. But across the top there, you can see the navigation of the whole chain of publications that lead from it. So there's one rationale linked to this problem, and then 2 methods, etc., etc., and it grows out from there. And they've got different authors down the chain as well. So Octopus is designed to be fast, free, and fair. That's our motto. It's instant to publish there. You can get a publication today if you've got one ready to go. There's no gatekeepers. Because publications are smaller, they're faster and easier to publish, but also tend to have smaller author groups. So you get more granular credit. You can see exactly who did what. Gets rid of the narrative structure and the problems that can cause. So instead of all being about the findings, it now means that whatever part of the research process you are carrying out, the emphasis is on doing that well. And that's incentivized by the peer review system, which means that anyone can review your work once it's published. And equally, when you can read the reviews that anyone else has written about a piece of work. So that can help guide you think about its strengths and weaknesses. And finally, there is a red flagging system, which allows you to immediately bring attention to any serious concerns. And any reader can raise a red flag and the authors can respond. And that's all done transparently. You can see the communication between the flag raiser and the authors on the site. So that is a very quick tour of Octopus. And here again is its URL. It's simply octopus.ac. It's funded by Research England. It's built by JISC. It's in partnership with the UK Reproducibility Network, and it's completely free to use. You just need an ORCID to log in, which any researcher should already have or be able to register for. So have a look and maybe try publishing a research problem related to what you're working on right now, or take a paper that you've published somewhere else, open access, and break it down into its component parts and publish the whole chain on Octopus. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
A big thank you for joining us here at Teach Me in 10. If you'd like to learn more about Alex or Octopus Publishing, make sure you check out the resources linked in the video description. Stay tuned for our next installment of Teach Me in 10. Bye!